What the?
What are you doing?
Oh my
I
god.
don't even know what's going on.
Libra. Hi there, Libra. Here is your tarot reading. It's a wonderful morning. The birds are chirping. I've adjusted my equipment so that you can hopefully hear the birds outside. There are so many. You know that also speaks of, in some interpretations, of a lot of talking. And I will let you know that there has been a lot of negativity in my readings in terms of my meditations when I'm tuning in prior to doing these readings from air signs specifically. Oh, I have had, oh my goodness, I'm doing a pre-shuffle and I see the death. That's the end of a situation. The Two of Cups, the end of a relationship. Could be the end of a situation to allow for a current, but I'm seeing the end of someone's relationship. And I see a Queen of Cups in reverse. Queen of Cups could be a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Queen of Cups in reverse might not be very nice, but in this perception, it seems that the death of this relationship, remember, I'm looking at this from your energy, and the end of a Two of Cups, or what should have been, oh my goodness, I just noticed something here. Hang on. The end of this, what should be a Two of Cups relationship, in your perception, is because of a Queen of Cups in reverse. Somebody could have black hair. I'm clarifying with the Cosmic Tarot before we get to your Hanson Roberts, because again, the energy, I'm not saying that you're the negative one, because of course you're not. That's only lower vibrational situations and people that would dibble dabble in projecting any kind of hate or negativity, or, I have to tell you this, when somebody's projecting negativity, it's because there's something wrong with their world. Whether they're unhappy, I don't know. But remember, sweetheart, it's not you. If it were you, you would know. If I do talk about you, I can't interact with you at this point. I can only interact with your energy. And I'm, obviously doing a collective. And, I'm not going to take this entire bunch. But I've got a Prince of Pentacles. I've got a man with black hair, a mustache in the Cosmic Tarot. And, Prince of Pentacles is always, just not offering very much, a lot of talk, a little action. And I've always found in the Cosmic Tarot that this Prince of Pentacles always reminds me of somebody who's gay or on the down low. All right. There's something up with this guy's sexuality every time. The other card was the Ten of Swords in reverse. So I've got a man who's not letting a situation go. Somehow it's associated with this death of the Two Cups relationship and the Queen of Cups. And what I saw that I wasn't ready to mention yet is, if you look at the Cosmic Tarot, which you can't see it here, but I can. And again, the reason why I used this deck to clarify is because this one comes through with some often very heavy energy. So it's a lot for me to work with on a daily basis. But in the Cosmic Tarot, the Two of Cups, the man with the black hair, he seems kind of dandy, looks like an old motion picture star, silent film star. He's got his arm around this woman with the black hair, shoulder length black hair and red lips, and he's holding her face and he's placing a kiss on her ruby lips. But what I notice is that with his from my perspective, left arm around her back and coming around to her left shoulder, that looks like a third person, even though I know that's her dress or her blouse, but it looks like a third person in here. And for those of you that aren't familiar with, I don't use a whole lot of oracle cards because it can get messy real fast. And it takes away from the original vision I had when I created tarot torture in the early 2000s. But, there is symbolism in different decks that we are trained to pick up on, or you may have trained yourself if you're a reader as well. I read for a lot of readers. All right. So let's set this heaviness aside and let's go to the Hanson-Roberts. Oops. For your main cards, I've got a gigantic stack of the Hanson-Roberts tarot because I've got all the cards that date back to my original channel's content. And, depending on how heavy energies get, that's why I'll use this cosmic tarot this time, but because I sense so much heavy energy in this reading, I'll set it aside and do my own cleansings to it before I use it again. And even after I cleanse it physically, which is just a way for me to balance frequencies, none of the tools are actually ever really necessary for any of us that are psychic mediums, okay? But we like the toys and the props too. I'm just a big kid. I like to play. So we're going to go back here to the Hanson-Roberts tarot. That's a lot of information already in front. Libra. Oh, I need to remind you before I listen to this person stepping in already. All right. So I'm a psychic medium, as I've said. I can't talk over her. This is a very dominant female energy. Standing off to my right, she's associated with the color red or lanterns. We'll get to her, but she's trying to talk over me, and she really wants to tell me what I need to hear. She's like, this tiny lady has a lot to say. All right, with all respect. But anyway, I'm a medium, and so even though this is a pushy lady. So do you hear the birds chirping? This pushy lady says, I know you hear me. I know you hear me. Now, lady, I can see ya. All respect and love. As a medium, I will let you know who steps in. If someone doesn't step in that you're hoping to listen to get a message from, that doesn't mean that they don't love you, okay? That just means that they didn't pick me. They probably picked one of thousands of other mediums out there. There's quite a few good psychic mediums on YouTube. Chelsea is one of them. I adore her. All right. I'm a psychic detective, a psychic investigator. I've done this since I was a kid. There was one law enforcement officer that met me when I was a teenager that picked up on my ability and would bring me objects. That's all I'm going to say. This is a gift that runs in my family. Your reading is starting to make me feel like Virgo, the Virgo reading. All right, so let's get your main cards because this is already going. I can't get past this woman right now. She's not going to let me. She said, don't get involved. Why is she telling you not to get involved? Because she's here for somebody. I don't know you. I've got the Ace of Swords pops out from Hanson-Roberts tarot. She's telling me the truth. Oh, Lord. Okay, so Six of Cups in reverse flew out. And the Tower in reverse flew out. You're trying to keep something from happening that is going to happen. And in my experience, and I draw on my own experience in these readings, it's better to let the damn thing fall. Six of Cups in reverse is trying to hold on to someone or something from the past. Now I've got the Knight of Pentacles flying out. Before I can even get your main cards, let me listen to this woman. She wants me to look in the bag. Okay, we're going to take a pause. Libra, I don't control the way this goes. Okay, so we're going to get charms to see if we can figure out what signs does she want us to, why do I look at, because this is the only bag on my desk. So this is she wants to take control of this reading. Okay, let's see if this is the only bag. This bag has a few objects in it, but this is about signs, some words, and some date information. You know, what's in here are some very miniature dice that helps me. All right, so let's get, what is it? She says, listen to me, listen to me. Listen to me, listen to me, listen to me. She thinks I'm such a little girl, okay? She says she knows me, but I know I don't know her. I do not know you. All right, so let's see this is the only bag. So it's going to have to be this bag, sweetheart, because I don't have another bag. She says this one's fine. What signs? Ooh. Okay, I've got the letter S. I've got Sagittarius. Sagittarius, double Sagittarius, Aquarius, Libra, and a Taurus. Okay, so let me get rid of these. There's also, with that S, I've got believe, brave, and protected. So take that as you will. You are protected. You should believe that you are protected and you are brave, unless you're a cross watcher here for somebody else. She wants me to do it again. Which bag? This is the only one. Who is this? If I can't get a date or something else, because like I said, there are just in this bag, there are astrological signs, there are some particular word charms, there are some letters and the miniature dice. So I'm trying, what else can I? Sagittarius, Virgo, and a little charm with the heart that says follow. Okay, hang on. What I'm going to have to do, let me get a different bag. Pardon me. Okay. Oh, I don't want to use that because I can already tell that's going to bring up too much. So let's get some numbers. I've got 2, 2, and 2. Let's just pull one more. So 2, 2, 2 could be significant to you. 2, 2, 2, 2. And let's just roll the dice and see if we can. She says I'm right about something. She says correct. Very good. Very good. Very good. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. So it's like being at an Asian food market. The number 5 is significant. The month of May. May is significant. Didn't we get May for... We got May... Didn't we get that for Leo? Or was that... I don't remember now. Okay, so let's just get one more number. 3. November 11. '27. Thanksgiving, turkey, right? Anybody hungry? All right, so let's get to the freaking cards. Freaking A. Okay. So for the theme for the week, we've got Judgment card upright for the challenges. We've got the Magician in reverse. Finances, King of Cups, upright, thank goodness. Tower for romance, you know. Hang on. 9 of Swords with that tower. That's why I'm saying hang on. For your solution, why are these cards? Something is backwards here. Why? Hang on just a second. This is so weird already. This is so weird already. I've got the 6 of Pentacles. I'm just going to tell you, for those of you that read tarot, the cards that are not in the right facing orientation. 6 of Pentacles in reverse, so something financially is slow or not coming in. 6 of Cups, dealing with someone or something from the past again. 4 of Wands, stability and structure. Death card, Justice. Okay, let's not get too deep into that because we're never... Between our friend here, something about a lantern is significant. I used to have a really nice lantern, a Coleman. I don't know what kind of lantern this is, okay? I'm not sponsored by Coleman. So for your solutions and guidance, we have the Hierophant upright. So let us begin. Now, I'm not going to go back to the Cosmic Tarot because I've just got too much heavy energy already. I've got a woman who's like, she is right next to me. She is right next to me. She is a small lady. 4 of Swords in reverse, and it's about her 6 of Pentacles, someone from the past who left somebody an inheritance or is not happy about an inheritance. It was supposed to go to the children. It didn't go to the children. There's an adult in the way. And that 4 of Swords in reverse, she cannot rest. So I hope if this is your deceased loved one and there is an inheritance involved that she's telling me about, now I get the 6 of Wands in reverse that literally jumped out of there. She is not happy. She's in... I don't want to go there. I don't want to go there because she's indicating that her passing is not natural. Maybe, oh my goodness, I'm having difficulty with this one. Did you choke on a chicken bone? You know, I don't know what. It's not natural. It is not natural. It's not peaceful. 4 of Swords in reverse. Or it could be, maybe this has nothing to do. I'm going to have to listen to her. Please, God, forgive me. Or, you know, this comes from God, so I can't. I'm asking you to forgive my timing here. Ooh, 5 of Wands sideways. Was there an argument at a dinner table? Was there an argument or a disagreement around that chicken or turkey. It got Thanksgiving. 5 of Swords in reverse. Somebody has stolen something. I'm going to ask to disconnect from this energy temporarily because she is overwhelming me. And she is stepping very, very close to me. She is right next to me. She is over my right shoulder. She's a little one too. I'm sitting in a chair. Ooh, Page of Cups in reverse. Okay, so there's someone who has not been honest with an offer or a relationship. There's something here. Okay, let's just keep going before I go to Cosmic Tarot because this is really overwhelming for me. Let me look at the clock. It is 11:14 over there. November. Is November 14th significant to you? What is it about the month of November that has got such attention here? She wants me to go to the back. This is one of the reasons why. Never mind. Okay, it's not about you, Libra. It's me. It ain't you. It's me. Why do you want me in the bag again? I'm only going to take out. Let's see. I'm just going to take what's in the pincer grasp of my finger. I've got the initial H, the initial T, the initial T, and hope. If I get full cuckoo here, that's 2 H's for H, hope. Someone's name is Hope. Someone's name is Hope. T, tarot torture, H. I'm not, okay, she's happy with that, H, hope. All right, can we please do this? I've got phone calls to make, Libra. A communication comes with you again. I don't know what that is. Let's just, I'm getting way too much. Okay, so Libra, for your theme for the week here with the Judgment upright, and I am going to shuffle to allow others from the other side to come through. Not that I'm not happy with you. I see you all right. I do not know you. Red, white, and blue. Red, white, and blue. Red, white, and blue. The color red is extremely significant here because she's wearing a red top. All I can see, I don't see her full face. Her skin is a little darker. She's got olive skin. She's going to turn her face. For some reason, I'm not supposed to say. All right, I won't say it. Okay, so with that Judgment upright, okay, and bear in mind you have got 4 major arcana and then just the King of Cups, which thank God he's in the upright. So this week, well, this moment in time, because this is timeless, this is big energy. This is a wake-up call. This is a spiritual checkpoint, a moment where you get to ask, who am I becoming? And am I still aligned with that version of myself? Spirit says you don't have to keep carrying the past to move forward. There's a release happening here, maybe a bit of reckoning with choices you've made or cycles you've already. Oh, I said already. You're ready to close something. It's not about shame. It's about liberation. I'm also picking up on, again, this is another strong ancestor presence, but this is on your side, Libra, because this woman is not associated with you either. I am not projecting the fact that she is not associated with me, but this is not your direct ancestor either. It's about liberation. Don't forget that. So that ancestor presence for you is someone with a stern but loving energy. Could be a grandfather or elder. That's a male. Don't judge yourself by your worst moment. This week is about forgiving. For your challenges in the Magician, but I couldn't even say that. You're you should not get pregnant. They're telling me to tell you that. Do not get pregnant. Attempts to get pregnant. Some of us are beyond that age, although that did happen to me when I was, this was just a few years ago. This was, I can't remember which year now. But it was surprise, that shouldn't even be happening. And yes, it did. And yes, I was married. Oh, Lord, I've got the Knight of Swords flew out with the Three of Cups. There's one too many people in this situation. I've got the Tower coming out again. The Ten of Wands is a burden. Somebody, and then the King of Pentacles in reverse. Money is tied to a King of Pentacles in reverse. This is a very greedy man. This relationship is a burden. Tower in reverse. A relationship should be let go. I know it's a relationship. Three of Cups. There's one too many people in this picture. Who's the player? It's not you, Libra, so don't let it be you. Don't let it be you. That's naughty. That's not good. I'm not saying it is. I don't see this. I really don't know what's going on yet. Knight of Swords. Somebody wants to argue with you, or you want to argue with someone again with that communication thing. Okay, Magician reverse. This card tells me that the challenge is about believing in your own power. The Magician reverse can feel like, I have the tools, but I don't know how to use them. You'll often see kind of a, somebody who thinks that they can pick up a stick and call it a magic wand. This card can even say, what if nothing I try works? So Spirit is calling out that inner voice of doubt that makes you hesitate. This isn't about lack of skill. It's about mindset. You've got the ability, but are you aligned with the intention behind your actions? Don't manipulate yourself into playing small. Someone in Spirit who was often misunderstood in life is nudging you to... I'm not going to say that either. Yes, I am, because I hate it when other people do that, so I'm not going to do that. Nudging you to let that relationship go. If you're in a situationship or multiple people, but I'm not into that. I guess I'm too old-fashioned. I am just too fuddy-duddy. I believe a relationship is between two people, okay? I do not do... That is where I say no. Even the ghost of someone is the ghost of someone haunting you or haunting your partner. Or what is this? Spirit, please. You don't have to shrink to be safe. Now remember that the Magician reverse can also indicate that somebody's trying to do some bad magic. And I only use the vernacular. I don't even like to acknowledge this stuff because I think it's absolutely ridiculous. I've got another card that is in the wrong orientation, meaning face up when it shouldn't be. Four of Wands pops up in reverse. There's an instability in a home. There's an instability in a project. There's an instability in an effort that would have required cornerstones. I can't, this is incredible. Oof. Okay. My hand's doing something tricky here. Okay, so with the finances and the King of Cups upright, thank goodness, right? Somebody should not get pregnant. I need to say this again. Do not, it depends on your age. If you're much older, come on, just, work on the kids that you have or the family that you have. I really need to say that for people that are of a certain age. For those of you that are younger and having some challenges becoming pregnant, that should also indicate here that if you've already got adult children, hopefully who are married, it doesn't always happen that way anymore. Like, look, everything goes these days. I don't even know what to think anymore. That individual gently should be reminded that protection is important and not to get pregnant at this time. I hope that, in a way, I hope I'm not explaining the situations regarding, because this is messy, somebody's adult-child relationship. I'm also supposed to tell you that it's better to work alone, freelance, or alone. Okay, back to the King of Cups. In terms of money, the King of Cups is really solid. That's emotionally wise energy. This week, you're being asked to make financial choices from a place of calm leadership, not reactivity or fear. If emotions have been driving your money moves lately, either overspending or avoiding things, this card invites you to center yourself before acting in this position. Spirit is suggesting that you handle your resources the way you'd handle your heart, with patience and maturity. There could even be someone offering financial advice or support this week, a mentor, a counselor, an older male energy. Watch that person. All right. Gosh, and with the 5 of Wands. Okay, arguing over finances. So let's get to romance and that damn tower. All right, tower upright at least. Oof. In love, that tower brings a shakeup. That doesn't mean destruction, but it does mean that something isn't built on truth or being shaken loose. So Spirit would suggest that you let it fall. What's real will stay. This could be a sudden realization that you have a revelation or a release. Someone is hiding something from you, Libra. If you are single, you'll have a major shift in what you're looking for, or a connection that feels intense but fleeting. I have not even been able to. 6 of Cups in reverse, again with someone from the past. If you're partnered, something may be brought to light that demands honesty. Spirit is reminding me that not all tower moments are bad. I like them, okay? They help. Sometimes they free you. Someone in spirit who left suddenly or unexpectedly is offering you protection and clarity. Maybe it is this person in the number 5, November, the month of May. You're being guided through this. I'm going to switch decks for your solutions and guidance with the Hierophant upright. So here's your anchor. I've got the Chariot in reverse. I've got no anchor. Or I've got movement that's out of control. Or dealing with someone who doesn't know which direction. You're dealing with somebody who never knows what to choose or changes their mind or pulls in or goes nowhere or is nowhere or is nothing. I don't know what is going on. There's no substance there. It's all facade. It's all, what's the word for it? A show. So the Hierophant reminds you to return to your spiritual and moral center, Libra. What do you know is true for you? What practices ground you? What wisdom have you already earned the hard way? That's the best way, by the way, Libra, because then you'll learn it for sure. That will ground your little butt. Spirit says you don't need the answer. You need alignment. This card also brings in ancestral and divine support, elders, teachers, spirit guides. If you've been disconnected from your spiritual path or traditions, this week is the time to reconnect. Light a candle. Do not do nasty black magic. If you inadvertently send that to somebody who is very protected by the Most High or part of the hierarchy of angels in some way, I've got the Moon in reverse and the Queen of Wands from the Cosmic Tarot. Black hair is significant. Queen of Wands in this deck, she's wearing a crown. That wand always looks a little bit... Can you tell I'm celibate? Everything looks like a wand. So for the Moon in reverse there, and that little crab, Pisces, water signs. Cosmic Tarot is a great deck for those of you that don't have it. You know, it does bring heavier energy, but it still is, because it looks like pencil sketches, it's more like the Hanson Roberts Tarot. Boy, this is going along. Where are we at? 11:28. So for your summary, Libra, this week offers profound spiritual clarity, but it may not come quietly. Judgment calls you to step into your next version with courage, while the reverse magician is reminding you not to doubt your ability to manifest it. In finances, you're supported, so stay emotionally steady. In love, something may break open, but it's making space for the truth. This one just fell out of my hand. Ooh, Two of Swords. You just don't know what to do. Maybe you have a cat. Maybe you have long hair. Give me just a moment. I'm drawn to the water here. This is a very zen setting. Although it's at night. The cat looks happy. Lily pads are significant. Lilies. Lily. 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 I have a feeling that this woman who's with me is going to stay here for a lot longer than I expect. All right, let's see. We were summarizing, and I've got the Fool and the Three of Cups. You know, I hate to say this, for those of you that have a difficult relationship, this will resonate with you. And if you're in a perfectly fine relationship, it will obviously not resonate with you. Three of Cups. And in the Cosmic Tarot, this guy looks so feminine. I don't know if there's like some switchy witchy of like the gender preferences. I'm no hate. I've got a lot of gay friends. They're fine. I'm not gay. They can stay gay. I don't swing. Somebody's swinging here. I'm not going to mention something else about this card. If you want to look and see why I'm not going to mention it, it's the Three of Cups in the Cosmic Tarot, and the fluids in this cup make me make me uncomfortable. Okay, so stay steady. You know, through it all, your guidance is sacred. So return to what grounds you. Spirit says this week may test your balance, but it's also helping you find what's real. You're not being punished, Libra. You're being refined. And again, remain in higher vibrations, tend toward higher frequencies. Don't get involved in any kind of weirdness, projecting hate or magic or throwing people in. What do people do? They throw you in a freezer? I'm sorry. I know it's important to somebody. You know, because all of that will have Princess of Wands in reverse. Somebody needs to really watch their daughter and figure out what is going on. I don't know if that has to do with this switchy witchy gender stuff, you know, in terms of being attracted to everybody. God have mercy. Lord have mercy. Christ have mercy. I don't know. I'm just too much of a Catholic, I suppose, but this is a lot. Okay, so yeah. All right, so Libra, just stay in the light. Love, light, peace, harmony. Stay zen. Do your yoga. Do something grounding. Definitely watch out for anyone. Look, that's the title card for this deck. Let's just read part of it. Norbert Lusch, the creator and artistic designer of the Cosmic Tarot, was born in 1951. 1951 could be significant. Is a self-taught artist and currently lives in Aachen, Germany. Germany is significant. Sprechen Sie Deutsch? Ich habe viele Augen. He originally began his professional life as a surveyor, then studied the history of his art for several terms before taking up painting. Do you paint? It was an interest in the esoteric which led him to the tarot, an interest which found the perfect means of expression in the creation of the Cosmic Tarot. All right, Germany is significant. Take good care, sweetheart. Let's get to your charms. R, R, R. The letter R.
Ma fede fulmina e le guarda.
All right, Libra. Let's open this pirate's chest. It's already open, actually. I've got my hands in here. That was a heavy reading. That means those cards are just, they're going to be out of the way, out of commission. Until I can relieve them. How about that? Okay, so here we go. I get my hands in position so, so that I can go deep enough and then work my way out. I'm a big baby about my hands. I do not like anything happen to my hands. Okay, so, all right, for your first charm we have, ooh, a Donna Karen New York bag charm. All right. Michael, protect us from all this craziness. Thank you, Michael. Somebody is a farmer. I don't have a charm, but somebody's a farmer. Somebody's a farmer. Somebody's a farmer? But why do I see a pig? A farmer and a pig. Old MacDonald had a farm. Maybe somebody's name of MacDonald. Old MacDonald had a pig. Okay. Ooh, we have a very old pink ballet slipper. Now, this is a coin purse from my childhood. Like, well, I had to be around the age of 10. Yeah, I had to be about 10 years old because of ballet lessons. Okay. And I'm going to open it because there's something in here. I think I already know what this is. Oh. Okay, there's my thimble and my darning needle. And for those of you who have danced ballet, those of you that know point shoes, you know why that, you know what that means. All right, so let's leave that in there. All right. Okay. Oh, we got a big one. So this is Hermione Granger's trunk. There's something in it or it's broken. I'm going to open it. It's part of a magic trick, a set of toys that was a magic trick. How do we open this? It's a charm that's in here. It's not a... There. Okay, so the charm is a handcuff. Somebody's in trouble with the law. And where are my glasses? Because the charm says something. Why is it in Hermione? The initials H and G. Again with the H and G. I don't think we got a G when this lady was telling me to look in the bag. Look in the bag. I don't want to even say anything because she's quiet. What does this say? The irony. It says freedom. The charm says freedom. And the cup is slightly open. I don't get a good feeling about this, honestly. I think someone could lose their freedom. Someone's in trouble with the law. Someone's like this close to losing their freedom. There's no other charm in here. And I know that there's another, but this is such a teeny weeny charm. I'm going to, let's set this aside and free the charm. Another irony. Okay, so for the Donna Karen bag charm, somebody is either into designer clothes, designer bags, Donna Karen, New York. Someone's from New York. Someone went to New York. Someone did something in New York. Maybe somebody did something they shouldn't have done in New York. The initials D, K, N, and Y. You definitely don't want to get in trouble in New York because they will hand you. Ooh, be very careful there. You don't want a court case in New York because the federal prosecutors there, let me tell you something. All right, so moving on, we've got, again, somebody danced ballet, somebody's into ballet, somebody knows a ballerina is a ballerina, somebody knows how to darn their point shoes, somebody might just be a fan of watching the ballet. There's a butterfly on the zipper. And with Hermione Granger's trunk, the trunk of something could be important. The trunk of a car, I suppose. I don't really feel that though, but watch out. Donna Karen, ballet, Hermione Granger. Maybe somebody's a little witch or likes little witchy toys. Let me sum it up like this. I know it would never be you, but you need to protect yourself. Because with all of this negative air energy from Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, air signs, I really feel so strongly about that. Libra, the Gemini was bothering me too, but you could be a Libra or a Libra placement with a very nasty Libra around you. Protect yourself from this person, or with Hermione Granger's trunk, it could be you need to watch who you travel with. That you could, hang on, let me rethink this. Somebody's name could very well be Donna or Kenny. Protect yourself, Libra, at this time from negative energies. And I'm saying that strongly. You could do what I do. Watch your environment. We should all do that. We do that. I've got cameras everywhere. Like, you don't know where they are, but they are there. And they're there for a reason. They're in, they point out. There's cameras watching my doors. There's cameras watching my vehicle from the vantage point where, maybe somebody needs to protect their vehicle. Something about a vehicle is significant. Something about a vehicle is significant. Why? Something about a vehicle is significant. The ballet shoe could mean travel. The needle, I'm really drawn to that tiny single cuff, that handcuff. I don't get like a playful vibe from it. I get something far different. Libra, protect yourself. If you are involved in some kind of a court case, having the judgment card, what did we have? The Tower and the Hierophant. You really need to do the right thing. Confess if you've done something wrong. If someone has wronged you, maybe they will confess to you. If you're involved in a court case, expect judgment soon. The handcuff is really bothering me. The King of Cups upright at least gives me some hope here. that magician in reverse really bothers me in this reading because it really makes me feel like there is somebody out there playing at the witchery that feels that there's some kind of witch. And let me tell you, if you are high vibrational, nothing will happen to you, but it will definitely blow back all over them. I've seen people experience deaths in their family. I've seen people experience weird illnesses. I've seen people experience, God forgive me, sexually transmitted diseases for wishing harm on others. I've seen a lot. I'm 56 years old, so you have to understand that, and I'm from Los Angeles, that I've been around a lot of people. Thank God, most of them very high vibrational, and I come from a very gifted family in terms of our inherited gifts. I'm not the only one. I just happen to be the one that got, the most. Sometimes it is a burden, but when you use it for the right reasons, everything works in your favor. Don't dibble dabble in weird magic. Stay away from that. Stay prayed up. Psalms 23. I would definitely be studying my Bible more. I would definitely strengthen my relationship with Jesus Christ. I would definitely ask for forgiveness if I needed it. Remember, you're already forgiven, but the difference is that forgiveness is not something that's handed out like a party favor. It is like, oh, you're sorry, here you go. Oh, you made a nice apology, you're forgiven. No, it doesn't work that way. I love you. I hope no one's out to bother your life. Rebuke it in the holy name of Jesus. God bless you.